So we've seen about 10 or 12 horses paraded here this morning. You'll be taken to the Cheltenham Festival. Overall, how strong a team do you reckon you've got this year to take with you to Cheltenham?
Well, numerically, we haven't got as many as we've had before, but the ones we're taking are horses that we feel that can run a race there. I think wouldn't be any that you'd think is of as certainties or anything like that, but all of them have, on their best day, have got a chance of running into a place, and then they don't need a little bit more luck, and they could run massive races.
Yeah, if we start by talking about a few of the horses you've got running in the Grade 1s at Cheltenham. The horse behind you there, Eldorado Allen. Is it still the plan to go for the Rhino with him after his Newbury win?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've discussed whether we're going to supplement him for a Gold Cup, and I don't think we're going to. I think at the moment 2.5 or 2.5 around there in the Rhino is about right for him. Obviously, you've got Alaho, who's looks seriously impressive as the one to beat, but this horse rate 166 now. They were pleased with the handicap, was certainly pleased with his Denman win, as we were, and he's creeping his way into that sort of class.
Yeah, I mean, he bumped into another banker last year, Shishkin in the Arkle, but he ran another great race then to pick up the pieces. You hope he might at least be able to do something similar behind Alaho, perhaps?
Exactly. I'd be disappointed if he hasn't got a chance of turning in, and if he could get placed, we'd be over the moon.
Yeah, another big name, Lost in Translation, who's obviously third in the Gold Cup a couple of years ago, but you tell us this morning that he's perhaps more likely to run in the Ultima this year at the Cheltenham.
Yeah, well, we've kept all the options open, but he's dropped to 155 now, so that's a graded horse off of 155. You'd like to think that he could be competitive, but he's becoming consistent, and he's very ground dependent. He won a bit of decent spring ground to bounce off of. If he bounced back, he won nicely at Ascot in the autumn, and if he bounced back to that sort of form, there's no reason why he couldn't travel in an Ultima and enjoy himself, and then we'll see. He's not been the most consistent the last couple of years, so that's always just a bit of a doubt in the back of your mind, but if it all went to plan, he started enjoying himself, then he's got a lot of ability.
Yeah, and then you've got Warlord running in the Arkle again. It looks, besides perhaps Edwardstone, your horse chased home at Sandown, it looks quite an open race.
Yeah, definitely it does. Not stacks of entries. I think he's earned his right to run in it. He's won 3 this season. He won a Grade 2 really well at Lingfield last time, and he was second behind Edwardstone in Grade 1. He wouldn't mind it if he had a nice drop of rain leading up to it. He wouldn't mind a bit of cut, but he's a slick jumper. He's a good traveller, and he's not dissimilar to Eldorado Allen was last year. If he could run into a place, he would be over the moon, and he shouldn't be afraid of one horse. So if anything went wrong with Edwardstone, then it's wide open.
Yeah, and you got a couple of nice novice hurdlers to take there. JPR1 and Scarface. They're likely to be bigger odds, but as we said before, you've had good experience of taking horses like Lost in Translation, Native River to Cheltenham.
Absolutely.
Finishing down the field in novice hurdles, but the experience has done them no harm. So.
Yeah. I think you can put a line through the Betfair run with JPR1, and before that he was looking quite excited. Again, he just needs to go in and have that experience of the festival. That's what we're looking forward to doing with him. There's no reason why you wouldn't travel through it, and if he finished in the first half a dozen, we'd be chuffed to bits, and he could then, and he'll learn a hell of a lot from it. And like you said, it didn't hurt those other horses to go and have that festival experience.
Yeah. Another horses in handicaps, you look to have a particularly strong hand in the Grand Annual, perhaps, with Elixir, Nutz and Amarillo Sky both going there.
Yeah, they'd be two nice chances in a handicap. They're both very impressive in their last runs. Both novices, but tend to jump well, and they go there in beautiful form. Both, like I said, both winning last time. They're getting off both of the 143. Elixir Nutz was a Tolworth winner. We've struggled with a couple of years through injury, but it's back now at somewhere near his best. And Amarillo Sky is progressing up through all the time. He's got some good form this year, so both of them it's wide open handicaps, aren't they? But you'd like to think that they both give themselves chances, isn't it?
Yeah. And how great would it be for the yard in your dad's final year of the licence? How great would it be to get him a Cheltenham winner in his final year?
Cheltenham winners, full stop, are lovely. It's be lovely for Dad, but it's always been a family business. He'll get as much pleasure if it was in my name or his name, so that doesn't really matter. But it'd be lovely for Dad, wouldn't it? He'll take all the plaudits, that's for certain. But he'll do that next year.
And on a separate point again, your nephew Freddie, who's been making great waves in the saddle this year. We won't have the experience to ride at Cheltenham this year, but how bright does his future look, do you think?
He looks good, you know. He's really keen. He's been schooling every Wednesday for the last 3 or 4 years with all the jockeys that ride out. He's keen as mustard. He's had a hell of a start, and so obviously if he's going to be given the opportunities if he wants it. But he's only 16. He's got plenty of time. You know, we're not going to rush him into it. And you know, there was an outside chance he was going to be able to qualify to ride at Cheltenham, but we haven't pushed it too hard because he's only a boy. He can go and, you know, people will build him up and they'll shoot him down as quick as anything. So he's going to learn on the point-to-point field and sort of make his mistakes there and go on. But he rides well. He's good over a fence. He's the right shape and size to be a jockey. So if it keeps going the right way, he'll have a chance.